What's going on, everybody? Thanks for checking out this video. In this one, I'm just happy to say that I am finally finished. This took me absolutely forever to make. I mean, look at this. Look at this project. I'll just pull it up here on the screen right now. This is what I edited together for your guys' convenience. I compiled 10 different unique weapon guides in this one video. So that just goes to show that I'm not trying to view horror it out. I could have made 10 different unique weapon guide videos, but instead I just compiled them all into this one freaking video. And let's just say I am on zero amount of sleep right now. Yes, that's right. I literally started this last night. I was gathering footage for it and whatnot. Then bada bing, bada boom. I looked at the time and it was 6 a.m. in the morning. I was like, dang, time flew. So I then started to edit a little bit of my audio in, over this footage. And then I decided to tweet out to my followers telling them that I was compiling this top 10 Far Harbor unique weapons guide. And then literally hours later, here are the tweets right here. I was telling them that I was still working on this. As you can see, this was an all night and all day project. It's sitting here 7:30 p.m. my time Eastern. Sheesh. I just had to get that out to you guys, how much work was actually put into this for your guys' convenience. I hope you guys end up enjoying this, and if you could, please do your thing by rating the video. If you end up enjoying this, well then leave a like. If you don't, well then, hey, you're entitled to leave a dislike. I'm sorry for this long introduction. I just wanted to tell you a little bit of a backstory about this video. Enjoy. Okay, so for the first few unique weapons, you're going to have to be able to buy these. So yeah, they're going to be fairly simple to get as long as you have the bottle caps. I will be demonstrating on what all of these weapons are capable of, and also how you get them. The first one I'll be showing you here is located at the very beginning, sold by Alan Lee. There's a unique harpoon gun that he's selling called Admiral's Friend, and this unique harpoon gun is an absolute beast. As you can see, the ability it has is that it does double damage to opponents that are at full health. Of course, the fire rate's going to be pretty slow, seeming on how much damage this actually hits per shot. The reload speed is just absolutely atrocious on this. You're going to be waiting a while, so this is definitely not useful to go against a group of enemies. This is more useful against 1 to maybe 3 enemies, just because while you are reloading, you are considered a target because you're open to an attack. Definitely not useful against a mob of enemies. Although it can be used against a mob of enemies, just not as useful. The range is pretty good on this. The accuracy isn't too rough. The weight's 16.3, in case you care about that, and the value is 1005. Also, keep in mind, modifying this to have barbed harpoons definitely helps out a lot. But yeah, that's about it for the first one. 9 more to go. These next two I'll be compiling together on how to get, which are the Old Reliable and Surgeon Ash, just because they're sold by the same vendor. Old Reliable is an extremely good lever action rifle. It's personally one of my favorite guns in this new DLC. It's probably because I love the way lever action rifles feel to play with and also how they look. What can I say? I guess I'm a lever action rifle kind of guy. As you can see, the bonus on this weapon shoots an additional projectile, which can be extremely useful, especially with a nice sneak attack. The weapon takes .45-70 ammo type. It's a new ammo type and, of course, weapon type within this DLC. The fire rate, as you can see, is rough. The range is 206, which is very nice. Accuracy at 70, which is also nice. Weight 10.4, and for the value of mine, it is 116. Keep in mind, you can mod this weapon as well to make it even better, but it does come already pretty daggone good. I'll be explaining where to get these here in a second. As for Surgeon Ash, though, it is a very underrated flamethrower, and I really don't know why. This thing is a beast. Its bonus ability on it has a 20% chance to cripple enemies, which, seeming that it is a flamethrower, it has a constant flow of damage going onto an enemy, so it definitely has a high chance to actually get a cripple on them. As you can see here, look how fast it just crippled that Mirelurk Queen. Within seconds, it was down for the count. And then you just have to switch to a different weapon and take it out. Of course, I don't actually use this weapon to finish my enemies. I use it to cripple them, and then I switch to a weapon because I have the upper advantage on them now with them being crippled. That's where I find this weapon to be extremely useful. I like using this weapon as a hot swap, so I can switch to it real fast, cripple an enemy, then switch to another weapon to actually do some damage on the enemy that I crippled. This weapon doesn't really have that high of damage against enemies, but it does have a nice ability on it. As for where you purchase these at, you just have to head to Acadia in the Far Harbor DLC. It's very simple to find. I'm not trying to spoil anything for you guys that haven't played the Far Harbor DLC, but let's just say, I know I am spoiling the weapons for you, but I'm not going to spoil like main quest. But yeah, that kind of gave it away. Let's just say this is part of the main quest, and you do find this place very early in the Far Harbor DLC. Once inside Acadia, though, you just got to go down and find Dajin. Once you locate Dajin down here, I believe that's how his name is pronounced, he will have Surgeon Ash and the Old Reliable, along with the ammo types. and they're not that expensive. So if you have the bottle caps, definitely consider purchasing these weapons and the ammo types too. This fourth unique weapon I have for you guys is just an absolutely sexy weapon. As you guys can see though, the weapon is called Kiloton Radium Rifle. The bonus ability on this sexy radium rifle basically makes it the Spray and Pray 2.0. Bullets explode on impact, doing 15 points of area effect damage, and mine has 51 damage with 100 radiation damage. Of course, the damage will vary depending on what skills you have upgraded. And as you can see, the ammo type is .45 with some nice fire rate, some nice range, and accuracy as well. The weight's at 12.4, and the value on this is 460, which, what the heck? This weapon is way too good to be the value of 460. Personally, I think this is the best new weapon in the DLC. Now don't get me wrong, there's a lot of other good weapons I'm going to be showing you guys. And in case you guys haven't played with the Spray and Pray, let's just say you're missing out. Keep in mind to upgrade your Demolition Expert, because that'll just make this do some insane damage. Also, to get the fullest potential out of this weapon, you're going to want to modify it to have an automatic shot to it, and to put quick mag on it too, so you can reload fast, because it doesn't carry that many bullets in the mag, especially considering how fast this weapon shoots. And this weapon will be just godly. You'll just be mowing down anything that comes in your path. This is a must-have, guys, and it's actually pretty simple to get. All you're gonna have to do is just buy it, and it's being sold at a very cheap price. I have no idea why this is being sold so low, but hey, I'm not complaining. And where you purchase this must-have weapon at is over at the Nucleus. Once here, you're gonna have to take on a quest in order to enter inside, and it's not that difficult. But once you've taken on the quest, head on inside and go up to Brother Kane at the top of this place over here. He's a vendor, and he sells the Kiloton Radium Rifle, along with quite a bit of ammo as well for this weapon. So this is a great spot to buy the ammo for this weapon, and also to restock in case you ever get low on it. Alright, now since you guys know how to gain access to the Nucleus, I guess I'm going to show you a few other weapons that you can get in here. Next one I'm going to show you is a downgrade of the Kiloton Radium Rifle, but if you want to go for more of a stealthier approach instead of, being all explosive and whatnot, well then this might be the Radium Rifle for you. Of course you're going to have to modify it to be decent. In this gameplay I'm showing you, it is not modified, so definitely not the best Radium Rifle as you guys can see. Anywho, how you get this one is you're going to have to talk to Sister Mai, who is a floor below Brother Kane, who you got the godly Kiloton Radium Rifle from. But once you have talked to her enough, you'll end up starting a quest called Ablutions, which is pretty straightforward. All you're going to have to do is head to Vim Pop Factory, take out a bunch of enemies inside if you haven't been here, and you're going to have to collect a pump regulator, which a super mutant warlord will be guarding if you haven't cleared out the enemies inside here. On that note, make sure you come prepared on this whirlwind adventure. So yeah, once you've gotten it, head back to Sister Mai and she'll give you the Radical Conversion. As you guys can see, here is what it does. The bonus ability on it ignores 30% of the target's damage and energy resistance. And once again, my damage isn't looking that high just because my gun skill isn't really up that much on this account. And once again, it has 100 radiation, .45 ammo type, fire rate at 40, range at 203, accuracy at 96, the weight 16.1, and for some reason, it's worth more than the Kiloton Radium Rifle, which that Radium Rifle is way better than this one in my opinion. Once again, keep in mind to modify this weapon though if you do decide to use it. The gameplay that I showed you was how it comes at first, and yeah, not that great. Alright, so for the next unique weapon up inside the Nucleus, you're going to have to be taking on another quest. And you start this by talking to Grand Zealot Richard, which he is located up by around where you first encountered the Confessor. And in case you still don't know where I'm talking about, basically when you first enter the Nucleus, he'll be located over toward the top far right. So once you have talked to him and started the Heretic, you'll then be sent over to talk to Zealot Thale, I believe that's how her name's pronounced. I don't exactly know how her name's pronounced. Anywho, she'll then explain what's going on and how you have to track down Sister Gwyneth, who has completely went insane and doesn't believe in Adam no more. She doesn't believe in nothing. Oh gosh, you gotta go rescue her. So how you rescue her is pretty plain and simple. There'll be indicators on where you need to go to collect these clues, and they'll actually lead you towards Sister Gwyneth, who will be inside a ruined church. Once here, you can either decide to kill her or confront her and talk to her. Either path you choose, you'll still get the same reward for completing the quest. So once you've done either of those, you'll head back to Grand Zealot Richard and he'll give you the Adam's Judgment, which, as you guys can see, first off, I don't like to judge weapons by looks, but this weapon just looks absolutely stunning. Probably one of the most unique looking weapons that they added into the Far Harbor DLC. I mean, I can't be the only person that thinks this. Now, as for what it does, it gives you plus 100 radiation damage for the bonus ability. My damage doesn't look too high just because this is on my Xbox account, so yeah, go easy on me, guys. I know my damage doesn't look that great, but this weapon can have some high damage. Although the speed is going to, of course, be slow. I mean, this is a ginormous sledgehammer. I mean, I hope you didn't expect to swing this like some Chinese sword or something. Overall, though, I do enjoy using this melee weapon. I find it to be very powerful, and not to mention, I know it isn't important, but cool looking too. So I guess that's just a bonus. Alright, so for up next, I have you guys the unique Fat Man called the Striker. Now this weapon takes modified bowling balls. As you can see, a bowling ball is laying inside the Fat Man. So yes, this does shoot bowling balls. Some of you are probably like, well, I'd like to shoot a mini nuke than a bowling ball any day. Well, so would I. But I have to say, this is still pretty creative. The bonus ability for this isn't that bad. It has a 50% chance to cripple the target's leg. Which, hey, crippling your enemies in this game is always good in my opinion, because you now know that you won the fight and they are pretty much helpless. As you can see for the stats, damage is 180 for me. Of course, it might be different for you. The fire rate is 1, so yes, this thing shoots extremely slow. The range is at 117, that's not too bad. The accuracy is at 63, which isn't too bad either. The weight is at 30.7. Of course it's going to be heavy. I mean, it is a Fat Man. And the value is looking really good at over 2,500. A cool thing about this weapon is whenever you shoot the bowling ball, you can pick it back up. So basically it does have infinity ammo. You just got to keep an eye out on where the bowling ball actually goes to. And also, this ammo is extremely rare, so I will be showing you a nice location to be able to find, I believe, 40 bowling balls at. Also, keep in mind, vendors sometimes sell bowling balls in the junk category, although it is uncommon, but they do sometimes sell them. Okay, so anyways, let's get into where to find this unique weapon. This actually has a lot of information, so this is going to be one of the longer unique weapon guides in this compilation. So first off, to be able to find it isn't really that difficult. Just head over to Beaver Creek Lanes, and well, once inside, you can unlock the door straight ahead. It is a novice lock. Or you can take the scenery routes and head over toward the bowling lanes and go inside the explosion in the left side of the wall. Either way is going to be taking you toward the Striker. As you guys can see, if you're following the route that I'm taking in this video, you just got to head up these flight of stairs and go inside this office here, and the Striker will be laying on this table on top of some bricks. Now once you have picked up the Striker, of course make sure you pick up the modified bowling ball ammo here. And also you want to turn around and check the terminal. This is very important because this terminal is actually what teaches you how to create this modified ammo. Anyways, once you clicked on the terminal, you want to head to this log that says that was close. Then you will notice that you have the recipe now unlocked. You'll just have to go to a chemistry station to be able to create this ammo, which as you can see, it requires acid, oil, and of course a bowling ball. You can find some of the requirements in this office area like acid and oil, and also you can find a bowling ball on your way out in one of the bowling lanes. But this bowling ball isn't modified into ammo. You're going to have to actually craft this one. But now I'm going to be taking you to the area where you can find literally like 40 bowling balls in one area. So yeah, that's a lot of ammo to play around with the Striker. Anywho, we're going to want to make our way back to the Commonwealth. And once we're back at the Commonwealth, you want to head over in this direction at this area. And this place is called the General Atomics Galleria. Once you're here, there's actually a bowling lane place that you can go inside. But be careful when you go inside. Don't just immediately trot off toward the bowling balls. I know they look glorious to pick up for this modified ammo. But you want to make sure it's a-okay with the robots that's behind the counter. Because if you don't, multiple robots will start attacking you here. And well, it's completely up to you if you want to get attacked by robots or not, but this will mess up the side quests or whatever you can do here, so keep that in mind. Don't get on the bad side with them. Just simply go over to the robot that's behind the counter, and I believe you just have to ask it if you can have a tour of the place. And well, it'll allow you to go check out the place. So once you're free to go check out the place, you can then pick up the bowling balls without having to steal them. This is the best area to find a bunch of bowling balls at. So yeah, pick them all up, go create the modified ammo, and go have some fun with the Striker. Now you don't have to worry about the scarce ammo as much. Up next, I have you guys yet another unique harpoon gun, except this one is called Defender's Harpoon Gun. This one's going to be more time consuming than the Admiral's Friend. Of course, you just had to buy the Admiral's Friend. To get this unique harpoon gun, you're going to have to complete 3 different quests, actually 4 to be precise. As you guys can see, though, the bonus ability on this one ignores 30% of the target's damage and energy resistance. The damage for me has 270, with fire rate of 2, the range at 143, accuracy at 63, and the weight at 16.3 with the value of 1005. The gameplay to this weapon is extremely similar to the Admiral's friend. Make sure if you can to modify this weapon to have barbed wire harpoons just because it's very beneficial. And well, how you get this weapon is from Mariner in the Far Harbor area. You're going to have to take on 3 different quests of hers. After you take on the first hull breach quest she gives you, you'll have to wait a little bit. For some reason, once I left the Far Harbor area, it had popped up on the screen that it was optional to take on another Mariner's quest. I don't know why it exactly just popped up randomly, but hey, that's how I ended up getting the hull breach number 2. Also, you got to be sure the tool bag that you collect for Mariner's quest, you don't give it to someone else, because I know there is another quest that you can do that, he wants the tool bag, except he'll give you some caps. And well, if you do Mariner's side, you'll end up getting this. But if you do give the tool bag to someone else, you won't be able to take on these other hull breach quests. Anywho, once hull breach number 2 ends up popping up for you, head back to her and she'll send you on another whirlwind adventure to take on. You have to go take on a lot of trappers at this crashed ship, and along with the boss as well. It can be a pretty decent tough fight. Anywho, once you've gotten them taken out, you'll then have to head back, and then all of a sudden, once you complete this quest, Teddy will then give you a quest. And well, once you complete Teddy's quest, it's pretty self-explanatory. Just follow the quest line and what to do and whatnot. You'll end up getting this pirate's cap. Anywho, once you finally complete Teddy's quest, you'll then be able to take on hull breach number 3, which this is the quest that actually rewards you the Defender's harpoon gun. All you'll end up having to do for hull breach number 3, you'll have to head over to Haddock Cove. It's quite a distance from Far Harbor. But once you get there, you'll have to take out some Mirelurks and take their carapace that they have on them. You only have to collect 3 of them, so it isn't really that tough. Although there is quite a bit of enemies there, so make sure you do come prepared. But anywho, once you got the 3 Mirelurk carapaces, just head back to Mariner, and then she'll reward you with the Defender's harpoon gun. And well, there you have it. That's how you get that one. Now I only have 2 more unique weapons to cover in this video. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying this. This next weapon I have for you guys is a unique melee weapon, and this thing is just absolutely incredible. Sorry if this gameplay is a little bit laggy for you guys, but I just decided to spawn in a ton of ghouls and show you what this thing is capable of. It's a mini buzzsaw, or chainsaw if you will, that just keeps revving, and you can just keep staggering your opponents and cutting them up. It doesn't matter how many enemies are running after you, this is a great weapon for taking out hordes of enemies. As you can see here, look at this army of ghouls in underwear for some reason. I'm just mowing down to bits. They are not standing a chance, and not to mention this is great for one-on-one encounterments too, because it can keep staggering your opponents as long as you just keep revving it at him or her, or it for that matter. I mean, as you can see, it even makes Deathclaws helpless. It can't even get his swing in on me. Goodbye, Mr. Deathclaw. As you can see though, I'm having battles to the death up here with this melee weapon and just staggering them off the ledge just for some shits and giggles. As you can see, the next enemy that I decided to fight up here is a behemoth. And the behemoth can't even get a swing in on me. Sure, he might have hit me a few times, but after a while when I got this down pat on him, he didn't stand a chance. I don't have the best armor or nothing on at the moment. Actually, I'm pretty much naked. As you can clearly see though, this weapon is just absolutely overpowered in one-on-one fights, just because it has that constant staggering effect, because it keeps landing hits over and over and over and over. I mean, sure, the damage may look low, but this thing can definitely pack a punch. But yeah, as you guys can see here, let me pull the weapon up for you guys. It has a chance to stagger on hit. The damage is at 15. The speed is very fast. Weight at 6, so hey, it isn't even that heavy, in case you guys don't have the pack mule. And the value is at 250, which is extremely low for how unique of a weapon this is. It's a one-handed mini gas-powered chainsaw. It's freaking awesome. If some of you have played with this, you guys should know the power that this miniature weapon has. Don't let the size of this melee weapon fool you guys. Anywho, how you can find this weapon, it's not from a quest. It's actually had a location in a steamer trunk. It's over here at Echo Lake Lumber. It is quite a distance from Far Harbor. As you can see, when you're in here, there's going to be quite a bit of ghouls that attack you. You're just going to have to keep heading upstairs. You're going to have to unlock a door, which it's only an advanced lock to pick. Once you've picked that door though, be prepared, you're going to encounter a bunch more ghouls. Just keep heading up the stairs, and at the very top of this house, you're going to find a steamer trunk, and inside is where the harvester is located at. So yeah, not that difficult to find, and not that heavily guarded either. I mean, they're only ghouls, so it's pretty simple of a defense to get it past. Alrighty, we're on the last unique weapon in this video. Goodness gracious, this took forever to make. This one I'm going to be covering is called Hitman's Institute Rifle. And well, this will have different variants. As you can see, mine says boosted fiery. There's multiple different variants you can get with this unique weapon. If you're a fan of Institute rifles and pistols, well then you'll definitely like this one. Personally, for myself, I don't have a good energy build with this character that I'm playing on, but as you can see, the damage on my Hitman's Institute rifle has 30, the fire rate's at 66, range is at 104, the accuracy is at 83, weight's at 6.4, and the value's sitting at 384. Keep in mind to mod this Institute rifle to your liking, and how you get this unique weapon is actually from Chase inside Acadia. And well, if you played the Far Harbor DLC, you should know where Acadia is. Chase actually sends you on a side quest to go talk to Brooks, which Brooks is located at Far Harbor. He's the greeter in Far Harbor. And then Brooks will send you out to search for some clues. And the clues will actually lead you to a trapper's house, and that trapper will end up giving you the missing synth's head. You can choose to not fight with them, or you can also just attack them. Apparently they eat people too, which is just odd. But yeah, once you got the missing synth's head, just head back to Chase, and she'll reward you with this Hitman's Institute rifle, which once again, it will come with multiple different variants. Just because you see boosted fiery on mine, doesn't mean that's what you'll get. But yeah, there you guys have it, everybody. Finally finished. Woo-wee, this took forever. Hopefully you guys ended up enjoying. And of course, remember to do your thing by liking or disliking the video. Preferably liking, but the power is within your fingertips. I don't have the choice to tell you to like it. It is your mind. If you ended up enjoying this, it would be greatly appreciated though. Also, I know this is kind of going out of your way, but if you want, try sharing this around to other people. It's a pretty convenient video. Sure, it might be long. It's not like I'm viewing our horse here with 10 different videos of, these unique weapons. I have 10 different unique weapons in this one video compiled together for your guys' convenience. Farted. Oh, that kind of ruined the video. Dang it. Dang! I guess I'm out of here. Follow my Twitter if you want to. The link is in the description. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Thanks for watching. Peace out.